Okay, I'm doing a third game today. 15-0, going to California to face the Bryce Young and T-Mac Rams, who have a third scoring offense in the league, ninth best in passing and 10th best in rushing. Defense is mid, but we have the first offensive scoring, first offensive passing, 10th in rushing, second in points allowed, first against the pass, fourth against the rush. There's a lot of teams in the NFC fighting for playoff spot. There's only 3 teams that have clinched the playoffs. So even the Rams could miss out on the playoffs. Manning's going for that record that his uncle got in passing yards in a season. Scoring's looking for the sack title again. We're looking to we're sitting Puka and Nick Harbor, who both have over 1,000 yards, and we're hoping that XL can get there too. Jatavian Sanders can get there. They both need about 150 yards in the next total in the next 2 games to get to 1,000 yards. And while they sit, we're gonna play Jimmy Horn Jr. and Barry and Brown. See if they're gonna be worthwhile keeping in the future. I think Jimmy Horn Jr. has proved his that he deserves at least a roster spot and should be giving him more targets. Only way I could do that is if in the future, next year, we trade Puka before we have to re-sign him. So maybe it's going to be one of those situations where we play him the first half of the season and put him on the trade block, see who wants him. Let's see who we want to go get. All right, but before we get there, that's the off season. Right now, we're looking at a passing record, hopefully getting four receivers, three wide receivers, one tight end, to 1,000 yards on the season. Um, then we want to keep the undefeated season going. We've clinched the number 1 seed. Arch Manning is just destroying everything right now. He's unstoppable. We completely destroyed the Falcons 3 weeks ago, like 50 something to 3. We got through the Vikings and then we destroyed the Falcons again, but they scored 2 touchdowns. But we got 62 points. Let's look at the staff real quick. So, team schemes for the Rams. You know what? I want to see. I was going to look at that. Why is the Falcons. Okay, so they run a base 4-3. I'm going to try and remember that. Because that's who they just can't stop us. And they're doing a base 3-4. Sean McVay is still their coach. West Coast power, West Coast zone run. They do have some players out. Jared Verse, an X factor of theirs, out. This guy, a corner and a strong safety. Their depth chart wasn't that special, but it's going to be really interesting to see how does Bryce perform in a Rams helmet in the Rams scheme, because he did not play well for us. Now, we always happen to get to the first season since I took over, the 25-26 season, we made the play. I think we won the division, we made the playoffs, and probably barely won the division. I know the second season we barely won a division. Um, but we lost in a division round the first season. The second season we lost in the NFC Championship game. Last season we lost in the NFC Championship game. But it was just clear that he was not the future, man. All right. Anyway, you got Carmen Williams, who's a great running back, like probably one of the best at breaking tackles and has speed. T Mac. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs this game. Did he just not want to fucking do it in Carolina? He's, he's got some weapons. Got a decent tight end. This guy, hold on, this left guard guy. Okay, he's must have progressed a lot. He's got a good, decent offensive line so far that I can see. Sorry, they're running 3-4, so this guy's okay. So here, this is their nose, who's not a typical nose, and you don't really have much of an edge rush here. You do have a good inside linebacker, and yeah, I would say he's pretty good. And Byron Young, horrible strong safety, horrible. Tawfiq Bayard, kicker does not have the best accuracy, but you know what? That's why you play the game. I just want solid play. I don't care if we lose. I just don't want stupid mistakes. If XL drops some balls, I'm not going to bench him. I try to bench players that drop a couple balls, but I need him to get to that 1,000. I want him to get to that 1,000 yards, and I want Sanders to do the same. So what are we going to do? I think we do what we've been doing, but let's see what they recommend. Defend the deep pass, huh? Fuck no, I'm not. Not against fucking Bryce Young. You shitting me right now? No, we're not gonna throw it short. We're gonna keep it going. Dylan Thieneman, that's who we have to worry about. We'll be the judge of that. Don't care if we lose. We just don't want stupid fucking play. An undefeated seed is not for me a request. It's not a goal. I want that record, and I want 4,000-yard receivers, and I want to go into the playoffs hopefully without any major injuries. I want to play hard, nose, solid football, execute, and let's not forget we have the Bucks and the Broncos first round pick next year, plus our own. So we're rooting for the Bucks to lose and the Broncos to lose. Right now, Broncos are 5-10, and the Bucks are 5-10. I think I looked and we were sitting like we're still both of those are in the top 10. I ain't gonna cry if they're top 5, but okay, I think that covers it. Scout college players, weekly awards, playoff picture. Just real quick, the Browns of all teams have the number 1 seed currently. They have not clinched it, but I don't see any other surprises. Maybe the Raiders, led by a rookie quarterback. Giants seem to be up and down. 2 years ago, made the playoffs. Last year did not. They had one of the top picks. Bears have been solid since they let go of Caleb Williams. Okay, I'll shut up now. Let's go. I like this RPG GM shit. I'm sure Bryce wants to prove us wrong. Prove me wrong. Let's see what the announcers have to say. I wonder if they're going to mention the trade. I doubt it, but that'd be kind of cool if they did.
It's week 17 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers'
Happy New Year.
superstar running back. He's the owner of the third most rushing touchdowns league-wide. It's the Panthers and the Rams, and it's all up next.
See, I'm thinking
It was only opened
Bryce
in
and
2020,
and,
but quickly became one of the
T-Mac
league's most recognizable
they had this planned
venues.
all along,
You're
man.
looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California.
They wanted to play in
And
L.A.
everybody, thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Heward. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot
Ooh,
of
I wanna
teams
see
look
a
to
Bryce
somebody
as a
like
captain.
this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
All right, we're going to see this offense to start.
Just
The problem is we always start a little
regular
slow.
season as we get underway in week 17.
Not always.
Now out comes the Panther
but
offense
usually.
for its initial drive of the game. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And there's certainly still people talking about the game. The buzz is real. He posted unbelievable numbers last week. Even his passing numbers continue to rise league-wide. He reached heights rarely
get the ball to
flown
XL.
in league history. It took volume, sure, to get him there, but also an eagle eye to see everything out there perfectly. He and the rest of us, we can only hope that he comes close to seeing that kind of production today.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Okay, why was XL not
Well,
even
this
on
late
the
in the
fucking
year, Brock,
field?
just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these
there
guys
he is,
are
down
no
the
exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of a season. And the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
They gain 14 on the play, and it'll give the Panthers a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Play action on first down. Gosh, this is Xavier Legette.
Go XL.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play, and that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now.
Oh,
Escapes
damn.
the pocket.
Oh, damn. He's
He
in.
will score. It's a Carolina
I
touchdown.
wonder if they're going to challenge it.
The Panthers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
And here's
So
Bryce
the Rams
Young.
offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Oh, damn.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 3rd and just 2 to go. Young working from the gun.
Oh, my goodness.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Panthers football. New set of downs for him at the 38. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. So now here's 3rd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds Sanders. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Young on the play action. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Now Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Rams are set to punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. The Panthers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And with just 1 game to go after this one, a terrific campaign has him in position to lead the league in touchdown passes this season. Throwing it to start this drive. Gets this to Sanders. This is ahead for about 5. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the 39. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action here.
Go Sanders. Go
Flushed out
Sanders.
of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, a couple things here, Kate. Either the play-action pass needs to develop a lot quicker as this game goes on, or they need to put it on the shelf for a while. Far too slow on that snap. Didn't fool anybody defensively, and they get to him for the first sack of this game.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important.
Bryce Young hasn't had the best start.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Next man up.
Out of the
Junior.
gun, Young. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Pass play on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. Here's a throw. Complete out to the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, an inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 40 on 2nd down.
Oh, he's gone.
Nice gain left side.
Nice.
And he takes it in.
Get those
Touchdown,
yards.
Carolina. The Panthers pull out in front further, 13 zip. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown.
I don't think we
So
need Puka
sensational
anymore, man.
work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Out come the Rams on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock.
Come on, Bryce,
but what we
give us a
haven't
game
seen
here, man.
so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen
I wanna
much in
see you
terms of
succeed.
yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Young on 1st and 10.
Uh-oh.
He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. Pass complete to Mechie. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the 1st.
Oh, goalie get. Deep.
To the air now on 1st and 10.
Keep going.
Brought in right side.
Keep going.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory. Tackled at midfield.
We just haven't ran as well.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's
Probably
2nd and
because we're at
7.
throw medium.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still
Go
2nd down.
deep.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Play action.
Off the play fake, he'll throw.
Is that Sanders? Yes.
One's cut along the left sideline.
We need
And this
yards
one's
for him
stopped at the
too.
3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Offense up to the line fast.
Wow.
The bat's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. They go with Williams on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 3. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. It's taken in by Williams. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running for the marker with Williams. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
He's
hey, where's T-Mac? There he is. I see him.
Will not be enough for a 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Young on the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and short. Going forward, it's Williams.
Oh, not today.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Oh, shit. 26 more yards.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
I like it.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds a man right side. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
This one finds Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll throw on first. Has a man, it's Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Hit some space around midfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
In 17
I don't
games?
know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's
Or 16
auditioning
games,
for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
They're set up at the 35 now. They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They'll throw it again. On target to his man Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Brown, thank you. Get in there.
He's got it. Good gain here as he heads out of bounds.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate.
Threw
I feel
it too
bad
late.
for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
Just run it, man. Easy touchdown.
Taylor goes up and over for the touchdown. The Panthers are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip gain. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Evans now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams headed out to the field now. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
There's T-Mac. Oh, breaking tackles.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Working quickly here. Young off 1st and 10.
T-Mac out of the backfield.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
To the air on first down. Young. Got Williams, and it's complete. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Play action now. Young. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
The Rams fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Taylor makes the catch. And he's brought down for a loss. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. And it's the Panthers behind the sticks on 2nd and 11. They'll try and throw it here.
Oh, damn.
Deep left.
He saw someone. Oh.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this one doesn't go far. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. Carolina in punt formation. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around.
Don't want to rub it in now.
Here's Young on 1st and 10.
Oh, dude.
Pocket isn't holding
That's
up.
the kind of shit I do not miss.
And the big play drives them backwards.
Now, of course,
2nd down coming up.
Arch has done it. It's not nearly as
Take a
often.
look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack.
Oh,
Sheds off a rusher.
Okay.
Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep. That's complete.
If that's number 4, I'm going to cry.
35-yard line.
God damn it. He never did that for us.
Plays right
Never.
there as they get the Marcus reset.
Well,
Bullshit.
the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
All right, I'm sensing a pick
Couldn't
now.
connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Fits it through the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. From the red zone now.
Oh, my goodness.
And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Rams chop some of the lead off before the half.
Why is that guy white?
Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And he wisely avoids contact,
Holy
sliding
shit.
down there. And
This
that
would
played
be
good
a
enough for a first.
62-yarder.
And this
Oh my
kick
goodness.
is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. While New Year's parties get set up
Wow.
nationwide this afternoon, we're closer to ringing in the holiday
This season,
ourselves.
he's
That's
3 for
halftime
3
here on New
60
Year's
plus
Eve.
yard field goals.
Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Ladd McConkey, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home
This is
at
big.
Levi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Ricky Pearsall, a touchdown reception. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one
The Panthers
to
kick
tighten
team
up
out there now as they send
significantly.
it away. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Shotgun snap now to Young. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
On 2nd and 10, Young. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Oh.
And not a
Suck,
great choice
bro.
on first down. It's incomplete,
You can't
nearly
catch shit.
intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. Young on the play action. He's got him. That's McMillan. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They go play action here.
Uh-oh.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
The Panthers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll throw to begin this drive. Short pass brought in. And that's good.
All right, I'm pretty sure they
get set it down.
has hit the 1,000-yard mark this season.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
To throw it on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Well, let's get Sanders some yards.
Working inside the red zone.
Oh, shit, he's
Completed
fast.
over the middle.
He's fast.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Taylor. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They give it to him up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers make it a 24-point ball game. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. From him just shy of midfield on second down. Escapes the pocket. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down. Young working from the gun. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away.
Oh, shit.
And
He's gone.
someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it
Oh, shit.
off.
Bryce is booking it. Oh, damn.
And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Went to the oh-well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers continue piling onto this lead.
Defensive playbook to more man and flat zone really helped.
Well, Brock,
I did it
hopefully
before,
some
but
short memories on
took me a
offense
while
as
to
they get it
realize,
right
like, I
back here on the
really need to go a
kickoff
little
after
bit
that pick
overboard with
6. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Young back to it after the pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
Trying again, following the sack. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw. Here's Young.
Ooh, what the
Complete
fuck?
beyond the marker.
Damn.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a small chunk off that lead.
He just fucked you guys
I
up.
love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary.
I
Give
like
your
that
quarterback
Bryce is
room to
hanging
throw
in
it
there,
up.
man.
You can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights.
That's why.
And the Rams get it back to a full 3 possessions
Rams
now,
needed a
24
quarterback,
points.
but yeah, that's why they were my
The
first
Rams
choice
kicking
for
team
him to
is
go to.
ready, and they're gonna send this one away. Returnable from the 1.
Oh,
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a
That was
touchback.
angry.
It's at the 25 after the return. The Carolina offense headed out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Sanders.
Toward the sideline, and
Oh,
he's
yes.
got it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Keep it going to Sanders,
One
man.
play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Oh, this one's going to get.
Throwing now on first down.
Or not. Oh.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Uh-oh, is this... Okay.
Dropping back to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Let's see what they draw
He has
up
a
on
chance to
third and
make the
7.
record this game. Of course, he's got to throw it deep one.
Now looking to throw. Taylor makes the catch. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
There you go, Sanders. Get up here.
Gets this to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down.
Okay, we weren't even
Third and short
set.
in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that
fucking
shot.
bullshit, man.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Second and 8. He finds Sanders.
OGT.
And he'll go down here at the 16.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's the give on third and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. From the gun, Taylor.
Oh, wow.
And they take it across the goal line for a
This
Carolina
offense, man.
touchdown.
Pretty amazing.
The Panthers can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This will end up as a touchback. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Young on first and 10. And there's a man there.
Oh, there
it's
it is.
intercepted.
Is he going? He's going.
And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers continue adding on to that lead.
Oh.
quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Rams and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick six. It's caught, Ferguson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Ferguson's got it, complete. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. An extra corner into the game for the Panthers, 3rd down. Out of the gun, Young. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Rams are set to punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Are you going to break the record
here? So as the
here?
clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. The Panthers have possession to start the 4th. This one looking pretty well decided already. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back.
Man,
and the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few.
Like
got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Down play. Maybe I have it as a run out the clock or something. Oh shit! Is it going to get?
Throwing on 2nd and 13. Finds the in route complete. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. And move over, Peyton Manning. There's a new single-season passing yards record holder after that completion. It's truly been a special season, Brock, and that has now placed him atop one of the most prestigious records for his position.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All right,
and they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. He managed 6 on the play.
Who do we play? Let's take a look. The North Sellers in for Arch.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Here's a give up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Into the second level past the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Taylor now up the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Taylor again. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Play action, throw it.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I want to see him run it.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Taylor. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another shot for Taylor. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Panthers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers tack on 7 more to their lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The offense getting set to go. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. To the air on first down, Young. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And once again, they can't connect.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The visitors, and Xavier Leggett with the football once again. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a toss play, Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
For perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge
right,
rushers
let's
are
see him throw
defined
it.
by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle
To
is
Leggett.
you could be defined
Deep.
by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him
There it
track
is.
it down for a loss on the outside.
He's gone. He's gone.
Keeps on moving into the red zone.
One, his first
And he
fucking
takes
throw
it
in the
in.
NFL.
Touchdown,
And it's a
Carolina.
touchdown.
The Panthers are running them out of the building. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and
72?
more equity. Certainly paying
Oh
dividends
my
in this
God.
one, but more than likely for more
This is
games to
worse than
come.
the Falcons.
That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away.
I think I broke the game.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
Hold on, I want to see
That one is
something.
incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
So, in theory, Seller's QBR should be perfect. It is. Oh, man. Oh, man. He's got 408 yards passing. Damn. Wait, how many, 3 touchdowns.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still
Come
pretty
on,
good,
Junior.
too.
On third down, it's Young. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and it brings up an LA first down.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
Here's Young on first and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I want to do something else. I'm kind of curious to see what happens if he basically ends the season with the perfect quarterback rating. I'll start.
Exact
this-
same
oh,
time
shit.
there.
What about that?
And now they face second down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Now Young. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up first and 10. From the red zone now. Got Williams, and it's complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Second and 3 now. Young working from the gun. His throw is caught. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Rams putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
87.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams cut into the lead by another point.
Who's number 87? I think it'd be kind of cool to have
The Rams kicking team
huge
is
tight
ready,
end with
and they're going to send this one
waving
away.
red hair, black hair.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3
in
yards.
to take snaps.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go again with Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
Jeez.
That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Rams will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Flush down out to his left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing.
I broke the game,
and at least keep them moving forward.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time.
1,000-yard receivers.
The Panthers are winners as we say goodbye
Record-breaking
from Los Angeles.
Game and season in passing yards for a second-year quarterback. Just keep scoring. Two quarterbacks. Fuck this, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not chancing the fucking game freezing on me. Oh, damn. Who went out? Scatabo? Who was the other one? Let's just find out. Scorton. Out 4 weeks. Okay, I mean that's fine. That's better than could have been worse. So that would be. So this is considered one. 2 versus Eagles. 3 in the wild card. He would be out for our first playoff game. And that would be what, division round? So then he'd be back for the championship. Okay, I can live with that. 84% completion. Arch Manning. I can't even remember what the record was. 77 maybe? 5477. I don't want to keep extending it because you never know. Someone else could on our team, might have a shot at breaking that. But we got the undefeated season on the line. Do we care? Nah, we don't care. So the question is, do we go into this last game, leave Lenore Sellers with the perfect QBR, start Vizina to not risk injuring Arch for the playoffs? I say we do it. Yep, I say we do that. And then, I mean, if we're struggling, we could always put Arch in to try and get that undefeated. This is the Eagles, though. I don't care what their record says, man. All right, hold on. I don't think it'll let me see highlights from here, would it? 520 yards passing, 150 yards rushing, total 670. Hold on, how much? They got 39 yards rushing. Perfect QBR. Damn, Bryce threw for more. Holy shit, dude, he had a game. Except for the 2 pick sixes. 240. I didn't even realize, dude. I knew he got yards. I didn't think he got close. He went over 200. Damn. T Mac, of course, played his best game probably ever. 112? Oh shit, dude. I thought he was just getting little dinks and dunks and had that one long one. Oh, we don't get to see pancakes. Actually, I do want to see some. 3,000-yard receivers. And hopefully a fourth. say we go with the same starters. Let's get Leggett to be our number one receiver. We just re-signed him. I knew he was going to be on the up, man. I knew it. And hopefully, same scheme, we can get him over 1,000 as well. All right. Let's see who clinches more playoffs after this week here. So far we only have the 3. Okay. Rams clinched even though. Ooh. Wait a second. There's only one slot left. And right now the Seahawks have it. So it's between the Eagles, Seahawks, I imagine. That's it, just the Eagles and Seahawks. So if we beat the Eagles, it's the Seahawks. And look at that, man. We might be facing the Rams again. I'm thinking, who are we going to see in the playoffs? I think it's going to be, it's got to be someone from the NFC West. And the Bucks, okay, they must have lost. Oh my goodness. Where are the Broncos? All the way up here now. Oh my goodness. 5-11. Worst record so far. With the Falcons. Where are the Saints? Dude, look how bunched up everyone is. Oh man, so wait, that would be 14. At one point, we were thinking 2 top 5 picks. Oh man, that's crazy. If this ain't our year, I don't know what it is, man. I feel like I broke the game. Oh, that hurts the Chiefs. And Scorton's leading in sacks, and he's not going to be able to finish the season. Damn. And Arch threw for over 1,200 yards more than the guy in second place. Oh, Nelly. "12 touchdowns more." Where's he going? Here's Bryce. Look at Sellers right there, man. Arch leading by three percentage. Well, yeah, 3 in completion percentages. What a year! Can't beat Sellers though. It's impossible. I'm gonna do it now. I just want to see what happens with if like that would probably break the game. We're gonna go into yep. We're gonna start Vizina. I would start Sellers, but he's got that perfect QBR, so I don't want to. I'm really curious what would happen if he ends the season like with his progression regression. We're gonna have to wait to find out. Damn, that's dominant. Makes me wonder, like, if I had figured all this shit out with the playbooks and different plays to add, could T-Mac and Bryce have been the one? Could they have? I don't know. I think it brings excitement. Brings excitement. You know, there wasn't really like we got best value for the picks we got, best player available, traded assets that we didn't need to better the future, so it worked out. Uh-oh, what's this? I saved it, right? Yeah. Like, before we do that, let's look at the roster for the Eagles. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, dude, they're hurting. Again. This right here, this hurts them a lot. Because we don't have good games against. Well, yeah, inside backers who are 90 plus, man, they're beasts. That hurts them, of course. This hurts them. Holy shit, I didn't even notice this guy. That hurts them. Damn, bro. They're in pain. They're trying, though. They still have a shot. They'd have to beat us and have the Seahawks lose, I think. Alright, he's still good. Whoa, who's their third guy? Of course, he's good, he's good, he's good. He's good. They have a rookie waiting. He sucks. He's good. He's good. They're not good. That's where Thibodeau went. Oh, the Giants to Philly fucking pipeline. Oh, damn, that hurts them bad. These guys are good. Oh, Scadabo's not injured anymore, so that's good. That's the other guy. It was, yeah, Scorton and Scadabo. Bad accuracy. Horrible mustache. Horrible. $40,000 XP would have been fucking nice. Okay, whatever, bro. Oh man, What is it? What does Excel have to say? Well, the goal is the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the goal. Well then. All right. That should cover it. But while I'm thinking out loud, this was a huge problem for us. It was. And now I'm thinking that he can do what he does. He can do what he does better, except for isn't as reliable as catches, in traffic. And then I want to see him on the field, man. He just looked different in the preseason. Like, he didn't look like a receiver. Any receiver I've seen in this game. He just, I don't know what it was. It was just different. And I want to see that on the field. So, and I don't want to take more than 6 receivers. And with our QB and X Factor now throwing fucking dots, I don't think we need him anymore. And I'd be okay trading him because he's not homegrown. We got him, we needed him, and I don't think we do anymore. I'd rather see these 6 guys progress. And I've got draft picks. Who knows? Maybe there's someone else throw in the mix and to beat him out. I'd like to see him succeed. His speed is fucking 98, 99 acceleration with whatever boosts. Who else? So you got Horn Jr. with 99, Harbor with 99. Like these 2 guys right here, Harbor and Brown. Man, I mean, is Coker the odd man out? He's the slowest guy. Tied for slowest in acceleration. Worst agility. Definitely worst change of direction. So, Coker might be out, man. Definitely think it's time to feature these 2 guys. And then the third guy could be between these 3. I just don't feel, I think he's good. I just don't feel comfortable having him be top 3 because he's just not explosive enough. And unfortunately, this game does not, at least from what I've seen, bode well for guys that don't get open and don't have speed and acceleration. So I think he has just enough, but there's just not. He almost has to be open to make a difference. This guy makes a difference. He's a little bit better than, yeah, he does a little bit better than Coker. He's probably somewhere between Harbor and Leggett, and in him, he could be just as good as Harbor, but his hands suck. It was in the 60s before. Now it's set in the 70s. Maybe he can keep improving. I'm telling you, man, there's something about Bond. He was just sitting on the practice squad. And I didn't even put him in the fucking game. In the preseason game. He showed up. I'm like, who the fuck is 81? I didn't know his number. I had no fucking clue who he was. I'm like, wait a second. And in that same game, maybe the next game, he just looked different, man. He just was. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be exciting. And I think we trade Pakua. Pakua. Nuka Pakua. We trade him for. It would have to be a player. We could do draft picks, but we have those. And I don't think there's going to. I mean, who the fuck do we trade for? We're good here. I mean, okay, dude, like, come on. Well, I mean, come on. And in this, and we could re-sign him, fit him under the cap to back up Taylor. I didn't like what I saw of Charbonnet in the preseason. If Scadabo had been injured, I would have fucking let him go and signed Martinez or got him off of IR. I like seeing Sanders play. I think this guy gives a boost. Now, is there room for, I mean, could we get elite? I guess. Who's going to be elite and how much difference is he going to make? You know, like and who would fucking trade an elite tight end for an elite receiver? And it's not. I'm not meaning it to sound rhetorical. I mean it like, okay, who? I'd have to find him because the only one I can think of is Brock Bowers, and I don't even know. I don't know if I want him on the team. I don't really like the kid. Um, you know, this guy's fucking worked out. He hasn't. We have some sacks, but that's. I mean, I'm happy with everyone here, and we've got fucking some depth. Well, mainly these two guys. This guy's a star dev. This guy's a hidden dev. Maybe I need a hidden dev interior lineman, center to left to left guard to right guard, center, all that. But you trade a Puka. Okay, left. This is where I might. Okay, this is where I might want someone at one of the defensive end spots right here. Maybe not re-sign Benton and find a young kid who's kind of like a Fisk. Like what, 24, between 24 and 26 years old, who can back up, you know, basically, and replace a Murphy, and then re-sign Keon White. But kind of, you know, but basically be a better, younger version of Murphy, who can also help stop the run. This guy's a 4-3 defensive end that I'm using at D tackle on nickel sets, dime sets, late in the game. But if I could have someone that would basically be Fisk's counterpart in nickel all the time, and Keon White be the primary backup. Okay, that's an area for improvement right there. Don't really think I need a different nose tackle. I like Arrington Jr. I like Jr. He's now a superstar. Of course. I mean, come on now. Just re-signed Scorton. I like Wallace. This could be improvement, but I also think he's improving. I just don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't have, you know, I would say DN would probably be more important than this. Just re-signed Umami Yellen, but only to 2 years. Because I needed one of the two. I picked scoring over Uman Mielen. Would we want it? No, we just don't need. Yeah, I'm good. Corners have improved a lot. This guy's gone next year. Never even play him. I only kept him in case it looked bad, and then we changed the defense more man to man. They've really been playing well. These top three. I just re-signed Barron. I have Horn under contract, Prysock under contract. So maybe I've got a fucking hidden dev in the practice squad who's like 72 or 70. So I don't know, man. This he's a star dev starting for us. So that could be an area for improvement. Happy here at both. Oh, dude, don't even talk to me about kicker. That guy's fucking amazing. Alright, so be free safety, maybe corner, D end, maybe tight end. But dude, like, tight end is just kind of more of like a nice to have. If there was someone who, but see, I envision like a guy just like running people over. But I guess realistically, what's going to happen is I would probably get the guy, and then he might break one tackle, and then get tackled right away. You know, I'm just envisioning like a fucking what's that old like the old school fucking thumpers. Riggins. Oh, I think he was more of a fullback, running back, but yeah, like a Riggins tight end type. You know, kind of like what Tyler Warren was in college, but he hasn't been much here. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's going to translate into the game. I think I need to stick to. I want like a. I want to trade a 90 wide receiver for like an 80 something. Nah. Someone who wasn't like a fucking top pick. No. That could be interesting. This guy got like 2 or 3 sacks on us, but he's more of a 4-3 edge. I can't trade Puka to fucking Bucks. Who was that guy? Walter Nolan. This guy's interesting. That guy's interesting. He's real interesting. There's some guys. There's some guys. Fucking Cam Jackson with the lowest acceleration. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I can't trade Puka to the Saints. Come on now. I mean, that's something that could. That's another thing. Like, I would think he's an Fuka's an X factor. I would want at least a superstar. This would be. You know what I mean? Like, if let's say they had depth there. All right, we'll give you Puka. You give us Christian Gonzalez. He's probably under contract for like 4 years, I'm guessing. 6 fucking years. Nah, they're not trading him. Kamara Lassiter at corner. Is he under contract? Well, we'll see. That's the other thing. This trade would have to have an out. So if he's got like 1 year, oh, he just signed. There. Like the hair. Just resigned. I think I need to look for like experience 3. Hold on, what's this guy's deal? Yeah, so he's either they're gonna they have to be So let me look at 3 years experience right now. Baron. It's a tough one. Who the fuck would we want? Dude, he's fucking up there, man. Ooh, man, there's not a lot. Huh. Ooh. Well, not as little as we fucking run it. I don't know, man. It'd be tough. What if we went for, okay, Puka's got 5 years experience. And how the hell does he only have 1 year left on his contract after this year? I don't know, man. It might have to be someone who's not rated that high and the draft pick then. Walter Nolan. So let's look at the Cardinals. Alright, so they don't have it. But they would definitely take it. Or, nah, receiver for receiver. That just looks funny. They have tried trading him. He just doesn't have the speed I would want. I would want this. '80, '85. Oops. First world problems. I'll have to think about it. I'm going to end this here. All right.